We want to mainly hear from the representatives from both Honorable Mora from the County Assemblies Forum and our colleagues from Ogea Marakwet, their responses to the presentations they have seen. I think there's a challenge that we want to return to, which is the one on flagship projects. And I think that there's a deeper question here about the development model. Are we going to develop mainly by dividing the capital budget that we have into small slivers so that every ward gets a piece? Or are we going to develop mainly through larger projects which can stimulate development, or some blend of those things? And how do we balance that?
I think to begin, the history that we have gone as a country in terms of development. We've heard of many things. We've heard of session paper number 10 and so many things, and we know our history as a country. Periods when we have had even violence in this country because of the perception, the real, the true position that there have been marginalization of certain regions over the years. And so coming after 2007-2008, we are aware at some point as we deliberated on the issue of moving forward as a country. One of the issues was in the Agenda 4, was also dealing with inequality in society, the issue of equity. And one of them was also reforming our laws, which we ended up getting the Constitution, 2010 Constitution. And a major thing in the Constitution is the devolution. Devolution comes out to address years of inequality, years of inequity. And so, being a member of the County Assembly, I was alive, I remained alive to the fact that it is our business, it's my business, then to give flesh to the Constitution. When you talk of equity, then there is need for a framework to do that. And so I sponsored this particular law that we have today, was a bill, in response to getting a fair or a dignified approach to development. I was aware before that people had to send delegations to government to give them development, to borrow, to beg development. And so there had to be a shift, and they said, now that we have a share of our resource in terms of equitable share, then we are not going to have a repeat of what we used to see, people coming to Nairobi to State House for delegations, to beg, ask for development and favors. They said no, that was not going to happen in our people moving from the wards to the governor's office, asking for development, begging for development, and which over the years has bred sycophants, the politics of sycophants and exclusion in this country. So there was need to have a framework, to have a way of determining how we are going to develop our county, if not, as you mentioned, equally, put it equitably. We tried, of course, the issue of parameters are there, it's for us to judge, but the issue was each ward better a fair chance of development, and a fair chance where, irrespective of whether I fought for a governor or not, I will get development. Irrespective of whether I have a CC in the cabinet as a ward, I'll get development. Our first 2 years in county government actually brought out the same experience we had nationally, where if you're in cabinet, how close you are in government brings development to your region. So we found CECs, the cabinet was beginning to again skew resources to areas where they come from, so that if I'm a CEC of health, then a bigger share of the budget, the department's budget would go to my area, and the areas I thought it was fit for them to get development. And as an assembly and as a member of the assembly, said no, we are here to represent people, and we are here to ensure that we offer the development of the people. And so there was then push I remember one particular instance where one department, because the CEC came from a particular point, picked almost 60% of the department's budget to his home village. So that was one. Another one was same in roads, health, water, it was the same story. And so if you are not in government and you know CECs are very few, not all wards can have a CEC sitting at the cabinet. So if we leave the cabinet to decide how to develop our counties, then we are certainly going to marginalize a number of wards until they get a chance to be on the table of decision. So we said we are not going to wait. Kenya waited for 50 years, and Elgeyo Marakwet is not going to wait for another 50 years to fix the same. So that's how we came to the issue of the law. We have areas in our county where there are minorities. There's a community which is called Sangwer. Elgeyo Marakwet has two major sub-tribes, Keyo and Marakwet. But there is then the small one, which hardly, they have only 3 wards, largely represented in 3 wards out of the 20. So if we were to again depend on the numbers in the assembly to decide who gets what, then again those are wards that will perennially remain behind. They will have to remain behind in development. So any particular case where somebody, maybe a certain region of the county does not vote for the governor, for example, or the MCA, then it means you will have to wait for a time when you have a governor who will favor your place. So these are the issues that really raised behind our minds as we thought of addressing our own development. So, and that's the beginning of the act, where today maybe we'll share later. So I appreciate that there are things, the political question of development comes in. So whereas we are talking about 15%, we'll again later on ask, how equitable is the 85% share that is left?